Welcome to Nerd Noob Gaming. I am the Nerd Noob, and this is another deep dive pack opening for Magic the Gathering Arena. Alright, without any further ado, let's get into this. We're gonna open up another pack of Alchemy, Horizons, Baldur's Gate, and let's just see what it has for us. And I still love this music. Alright, let's see. Oh, we got a lot of new things. First thing we have is Underdark Basilisk. It is a 1 in a green for a 1/2 creature basilisk with Death Touch. And it has the flavor text of, "See how the statues all have chunks bitten out of them? We're dealing with a basilisk. Or, I'm a frogmouth? Ooh, I don't know that last word, but that's from Larissa Kern, the Learned Warlock. Awesome. I love basilisks, but green is an interesting one to put at it. I guess it is nature-like. Let's move on. I think that this one, adding another Death Touch is nice for green. Death Touch is one of their things, but overall, I think this is just very mid. We're going to move on. We have another reprint from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Didn't even change anything. I don't even know if I need to go over it, but we'll go over it anyways. Deadly Dispute is a 1 in a black instant that says, as an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. It's pretty good. We already know that. We already know how good this is. It's definitely good in sacrifice decks. It's even good without sacrifice decks, but drawing 2 cards for 2 mana and creating a treasure token is just good. Doesn't matter. Sacrificing a creature, sacrificing an artifact, which could be just a treasure. So, you sacrificing a treasure, paying 2 mana to draw 2 cards, great. Moving forward. This one's new. This one's Ambitious Dragonborn. 3 in a green for a 0/0 creature dragon barbarian, which says, Ambitious Dragon enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control and creature cards in your graveyard. This is, I don't know how good this is, but I'm gonna say it's not bad. But it is 4 mana. If this was so much cheaper, it would be so good. But cards that you finally get your big bad out. This is a very good late game card. You finally get your big bad out, right? You get your Stormin' Behemoth out, or anything, Trampling Behemoth. You get it out. You get your big old dinosaur out. You get your Teresk out, and it dies. Somebody has removal. Just pulls it out, throws it into the graveyard. You play this afterwards. It's cheaper than your Behemoth that just died, but it's the same power as it. So that is where I like this. And it has the flavor text of, the Raging Green Dragon left destruction, and at least one admirer in its wake. I like the Ambitious Green Dragonborn. The art, the Ambitious Dragonborn that is so happens to be green. I also like how the art has that green dragon in the background spewing its acid. I love that. I'm gonna give it a C+. I'm gonna give it a C+. Let's move on. Blur is a 2 and a blue instant that says, exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Draw a card. So I'm thinking about it for a second. Exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. I guess the reason it says return that card is, I don't know, maybe Sagas? Maybe Sagas? It's a creature, you control the creature. And you're returning it under its owner's control, which was you. I don't know why it just feels a little weird. And then you draw a card. 2 mana and a 1 for drawing a card already. That is a little bit slow. It's already okay, and this is a common, of course. But this could be useful for like things that have like something whenever they enter the battlefield. As soon as they enter the battlefield, something happens. Then this could be useful for that. Pulling something out of the battlefield whenever something dies or whatever. Anything where you could even play that, since this is an instant, you could even play this as you're blocking somebody's huge creature and then just blur your own creature out of existence back into existence and save its life. And then you basically paying 1 mana because it's usually 2 mana to draw a card. Fair, I guess. It's situational, but it has the flavor text that reads, "It's as much a trick of the mind as it is a trick of the eye." Nice little flavor text. Nothing absolutely crazy. The art is nice, not fantastic. I love the blue, like the whole blue feeling of the art. I would say that this is a very C tier. Very C. Where I like this art better. I like the flavor of this card better. This card is just C on its play. Now we got Dawnbringer Cleric. We've already seen this. This is another reprint from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. And you know what? I might even think that the Underdog Basilisk is a reprint. I'm pretty sure it's in there as well. So, yeah, about 50% of this set is reprints. But here we go. Dawnbringer Cleric. It is 1 and a white for a 1/3 creature human cleric. When Dawnbringer Cleric enters the battlefield, choose 1. Cure wounds. You gain 2 life. Dispel magic. Destroy target enchantment. Or Gentle Repose. Exile target card from a graveyard. I never see anybody exiling a card with this thing. I see people destroying enchantments, number 1, if they have enchantments. And then, as a backup, they gain 2 life sometimes. I never seen anybody Gentle Repose with a cleric. But then again, you know, Cure Wounds is a 1st level spell. Dispel Magic, I believe that is a 3rd level spell. Or it might be a 2nd. And you have Gentle Repose, and Gentle Repose, if I'm not mistaken, is a cantrip. So it makes sense of why you would want to Dispel Magic and Cure Wounds. So let's move on to Draconic Lore. This is a new one here. Oh, look at that art. I love this art already. Love it, love it, love it. Is it good though? We'll see. Draconic Lore is a 5 and a blue instant that reads, this spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a dragon. Draw 3 cards. So, you want a bunch of cards in your hand. Let's say you're playing the wizard class, and you just want a bunch of cards in your hand. This will draw you 3 cards as 6. And if you have a dragon, if you control a dragon, which is not hard to do, everything seems to be a dragon these days, it costs 4 for 3 cards. So there's some value there. I love the art. Art is A+. The cost is pretty expensive. Drawing 3 cards is kind of useful. Well, it's useful, but for this late in the game, I mean, I guess it's more useful late in the game, right? So, I think this is a good card. I'd put it in B. And it has the flavor text that reads, the Wormling studied the ancient carvings and dreamed of a day when her own exploits would be immortalized in stone. Love the flavor art. This is great. Draconic Lore gets my seal of approval because of it's just beautiful. Let's move on to the second to last card. We have Navigation Orb. Already I'm kind of loving the art, but it does remind me of Harry Potter, doesn't it? It reminds you of the golden snitch that's flying around. Like, is that, I mean, that's Hogwarts in the background. What do you want from me? I feel like that is a rip-off right there, but we'll see. Navigation Orb. I don't remember Navigation Orbs being a big thing in D&D. Maybe I've even been in Baldur's Gate. Maybe my DMs weren't good enough, but I don't remember navigational orbs. If you know what a navigational orb is in D&D, post it in the comments down below. Show me up. It is a 3 mana artifact that reads: pay 2 and tap, sacrifice navigation orb, search your library for up to 2 basic lands cards and/or a gate card. And/or gate cards. Oh, so it's not just and/or gate cards. Reveal those cards, put one into the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand, then shuffle your deck or library. I feel like this one's situational. If you're playing a gate deck, this is a useful tutor for those gates. If you have some amazing lands, I don't know what amazing lands you could be pulling out. Like, I mean, some lands are useful, but are they useful enough for 5 mana? You're basically paying 3 mana to play this, 2 mana to activate its ability, tap it, then you sacrifice it. So you're playing 5 mana and a card and a turn for 2 lands or 2 gates. I don't see this being even playable. I don't know what they're thinking. If this costed 1 mana for this artifact and then you still paid 2, even then it would be situational. I'm going to give this one a D minus, but the art is beautiful even if it rips off Hogwarts. Let's see what the flavor text has in store for it. Travel the world without ever leaving the comfort of home. I like that. I don't know. I can't rate this flavor text as high as the others, only due to the fact that I don't know what a navigation orb is. Am I like scrying through this orb? What is the navigation orb? Somebody please tell me. Alright, next up we have the last card of this pack. Ooh, okay. Okay, we have Soon's Intervention. Soon? I'm going to be butchering that. And it is 4 and 2 white for a instant that says, choose one or more. Create 2 white knight creature tokens. Seek a non-land permanent with mana of value of 3 or less. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target enchantment. Target player gains 3 life. Why not? Why not choose all of them? I guess the only ones you wouldn't choose is if they don't have an artifact or an enchantment. You wouldn't be picking those. But this is a very powerful card. It's like trying to do a lot of things in one, but for 6 mana. Does it do enough? 6 mana, it basically drawing you a weak creature card, playing 2 knights, gaining you 3 life. Occasionally it will destroy another an enemy's artifact or an enemy's enchantment. Is it enough? I think it's a little late in the game. But white has life gain. White has a lot of life gain, and this could make it survive a lot longer. Can we talk about how this knight is a tiefling riding a horse? This knight art is beautiful. The knight over there is beautiful, that 2/2 knight. This art is nice. Not my cup of tea, but it is nice. No flavor text, though. And for that, I give it a... I'm going to say this is definitely a B card. If you can survive long enough and play this, it does give you a good amount of value, but it's just so late in the game. Is it going to be played often? Probably not. You're probably going to be putting things in a little bit quicker than that, even for a slow white deck. Alright, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on Nerd Noob Gaming.